content hierarchy basically looks like this. If you have your products, your services, who is going to buy your products and services? I'll give you an example from Optimum 7. We have an industries section. If you go to optimum7.com/industries, you'll see technology there, healthcare, you'll see higher education. The reason that we wrote this is because people go to Google and type SEO for colleges, SEO for universities, internet marketing for doctors, internet marketing for lawyers. I want to be visible for that search because those are my potential customers. Software development for healthcare companies. That's what the content hierarchy is. So before you go ahead and start doing SEO and start generating content, you got to think about your audience and where you really make money first. Once you get the content hierarchy, Joe, what's the next step?
Creating content.
Start producing the content.
Absolutely.
Right? How do I know how long my content needs to be?
The easiest way to figure that out is type in that keyword that you're trying to rank for. Look at the top 3 results on Google. Analyze their content. Do they have 1,000 words? Do they have 2,000 words? Do they have videos? Do they have infographics? Just understand that if you want any chance at competing, and landing on the first page, the content that you produce has to be at least 10% better than what's already there.
Yeah.
And obviously, the higher the better. But again, the better you make the content, the more expensive it's going to cost you to produce.
Yep. So better content means more structured content, headers, organize it with bullet points, make it easy to understand. We always say make it idiot-proof, right? Because you can't have your content be very difficult to understand. It has to be easy to understand. It has to be easy to read. But at the same time, no grammatical mistakes, no spelling mistakes, good English, keywords need to be there, and most people make the mistake there. They write all this blog posts and all these articles, but they're not optimized. It's like how I made 6-digit, revenue in 10 days. Nobody's searching for that. Target your content for what people are searching for. We have a process here that we call an NTR, a niche topic research. We actually research topics and article topics and blog topics that have high search volume and low competition. And that's what we go after. So let's say I write this content. Now, there are different types of content. We're just recapping fast here. You can write blog posts. You can write service pages. Your service pages, your structured service pages will always rank better than your blog posts. This has been happening in the past few years. As a matter of fact, in our service pages, for example, at the bottom, we put a frequently asked questions section. And we do that for Google to pick up those snippets for what people are asking for, right? Once I have the content, now let's say I wrote the content and I landed somewhere on page 9 for a specific search term. What's the next step?
Backlinks.
Backlinks. What does that mean?
Yeah. So essentially what a backlink is another site having a link on their site pointing back to yours. That's
Why would another site ever link to me, Joe?
Well, there are multiple reasons why. Obviously, there are different ways to acquire backlinks. You can acquire backlinks naturally. And what that would be is, for example, if you produce something, a piece of content that was really good or really useful, really informative, that somebody might want to quote.
What are the odds of that for a small business today?
It is nearly impossible.
Okay, so we're not gonna bullshit on this video. Yeah. If you are not a medium size or a large brand, nobody's gonna link to your content.
If you're not Forbes, if you're not Inc., if you're not one of these that have, or Harvard or Yale, actually having proven statistical data that somebody's gonna grab and put into their content and link back to it, it's very, very difficult to acquire natural backlinks.
Yeah. The reason for this is 10 years ago, this was possible. Up until maybe 8 years ago, this was possible. Today, you need to go and get your own backlinks. You need to build relationships, and that's the most time-consuming thing that you have to do. And unfortunately, business owners or even internal marketing departments don't have the time for that anymore. You will not have time to do SEO in-house unless you have more than 50, 60 employees, and unless you have an internal marketing department that consists of more than 3 people. The reason being is the following. Go, if you're curious, if you want to hire an in-house SEO manager, SEO person, put an ad and let's see what you get. These people are working for really, really good agencies, and there is not enough talent that knows how to do this. The reason being is what we did last year is not valid this year. And what we're doing today will not be valid next year. There are a lot of improvements. There are a lot of changes in this industry all the time.